Hello and welcome to What's Up, the show that brings you the latest and most important news on the climate crisis and the actions taken to address it. I'm your host, and today we have a shocking story to share with you. Let's get started. The United Arab Emirates, the host of the COP28 climate summit that begins this week, was planning to use its position as host of the summit to strike new oil and gas deals with foreign governments, according to a cache of leaked documents obtained by the BBC and the Center for Climate Reporting. The documents, which were prepared by the UAE's COP28 team, appear to be briefing notes for Sultan Al Jaber, who will preside over the UN climate negotiations. Al Jaber is also the CEO of the UAE's giant state oil company, ADNOC, and of the state renewables business, Masdar. The documents show that the UAE's COP28 team arranged a series of ministerial meetings with governments from around the world ahead of the COP28 summit, which starts on November 30th. The meetings were to be hosted by Al Jaber, and each document contained proposed talking points for him to raise in the meetings. The documents reveal that among those points were several suggestions to offer new oil and gas projects with ADNOC, as well as renewable energy projects with Masdar. For example, one document for China says ADNOC is willing to jointly evaluate international LNG, liquefied natural gas opportunities in Mozambique, Canada, and Australia. Another document for Colombia says ADNOC stands ready to support Colombia to develop its fossil fuel resources. There are talking points for 13 other countries, including Germany and Egypt, which suggests telling them ADNOC wants to work with their governments to develop fossil fuel projects. The documents also show that the UAE prepared talking points on commercial opportunities for Masdar, its state renewable energy company, ahead of meetings with 20 countries, including the UK, United States, France, Germany, the Netherlands, Brazil, China, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Kenya. The leaked documents raise serious questions about the UAE's role as the host of the COP28 summit, which is supposed to be the world's most important meeting to discuss how to tackle climate change. The hope is COP28 will help limit the long-term global temperature rise to 1.5 C, which the UN's climate science body says is crucial to avoid the worst impacts of climate change. But that will require drastic cuts in greenhouse gas emissions, it says, a 43% reduction by 2030 from 2019 levels. The UAE, however, is one of the world's largest oil and gas producers and has plans to expand its fossil fuel production, according to an analysis by a fossil fuel watchdog. The UAE has also been criticized for its lack of ambition in its climate pledges, which are rated as highly insufficient by the Climate Action Tracker. The UAE has pledged to reduce its emissions by 23.5% by 2030 from 2016 levels, which is far below what is needed to meet the 1.5 C goal. The UAE's COP28 team did not deny using COP28 meetings for business talks and said private meetings are private. It declined to comment on what was discussed in the meetings and said its work has been focused on meaningful climate action. The UN body responsible for the COP28 summit told the BBC hosts were expected to act without bias or self-interest. The leaked documents have sparked outrage and condemnation from environmental groups, activists, and experts who say the UAE is undermining the credibility and integrity of the COP28 summit and jeopardizing the chances of reaching a global agreement on climate action. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more news and updates on the climate crisis. See you next time.